That's a duplex that I bought. I paid $25,000 for that duplex. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I've got other houses, other deals that I've worked that are just as sweet, but actually a lot more juicier. If you guys like this one, I'll do another show and talk about what I did with this $25,000 duplex. All right, let's get at it. It's your boy Derek. We're gonna talk about investing in real estate. Those of you who don't know me, I absolutely love real estate. I watch podcasts, I listen to radio shows. I'm just absolutely fascinated, any and everything real estate. And I'm gonna talk about today how I took $3,200 and turned that into $28,000 in a relatively short period of time by buying one single family house. When I watch my shows, when I listen to the podcast, I read comments and I hear people all day say, oh, they're talking about you could buy houses for little or no money out of pocket. You just need a little bit of money. And people just really think that you have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest in real estate. Man, that's just not the case. One day I bought a house, literally $3,200 out of pocket. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I did it. I brought my receipts and everything. I live in the Houston area. I met some guys 5 years ago. I listened to a radio show. I took some education courses, and they actually showed me how to buy single family houses. And unbelievable. I bought my first house. Did really, really well on it. It's about 5 years later, I've got 80 grand in equity in that house on that first deal that I bought. So through the education, they taught me how I could go out and literally buy houses in any part of the country, in any area that I want. I don't have to be there. I don't have to manage the properties myself. I can actually go out and find a property manager. And that's what happened. After buying several properties, I had a property manager who handles everything for me for my houses in a town called Lawton, Oklahoma. It's about 2 hours north of Dallas, about 2 hours south of Oklahoma City. Met a young lady, her name is Tiffany. She's a property manager. She's a real estate agent. She's a broker. She's a property manager. She's also an investor. I met her online. She's walked me through several deals and manages most of my stuff in Oklahoma. One day, because she is a property manager, she called me. She called me on the phone and said, "Hey, Derek, one of my clients wants to sell one of his houses." I'm like, "Okay, well, all right. Tell me a little bit more about it." And long story short, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 800 square feet, single story. It's there in Lawton, and it's on a pier and beam, and he wanted $34,000 for this house. She gave me the address. I looked it up, and as I'm looking at it, started doing my homework, my due diligence. That house, there's comps on that house in that area, all fixed up. I think the house would be worth $80,000. So to buy for 34 and it'd be worth $80,000. Okay, I think that's a good deal. So I got my contractor. My contractor went to the house. We did FaceTime, and he walked me through it. And we're looking at the house, and there it is right there. You know, like I said, that house is in Lawton. Lawton is a town of about 100,000 people. It's got a Home Depot, Lowe's, movie theater, mall, a lot of industry. It's got an Army base. It's a decent little town. I think the average price of homes in that area is probably probably between 100 and 200,000, somewhere in there. And as we're looking at this house, as my contractor gets to the house, we get there, looking at it. It needs a new roof, needs new windows, needs to be power washed, needs some paint, needs some landscaping. But it's got a big front yard, big backyard. It looks like a pretty decent house. Starting to look at the neighborhood. It's kind of like the neighborhoods and the real estate guys, they kind of classify neighborhoods as A, B, C, and D houses. A is going to be your more expensive neighborhoods. D is going to be your least expensive neighborhoods. And then your B and C's. The properties that you're looking for, or that I was looking for, that I was taught, the ones that you're going to really do well on, need to be in B neighborhoods and C neighborhoods. This particular house, in my opinion, kind of fits in a C plus type neighborhood there in Lawton. Like I said, that house all fixed up should be about 80,000. And here's kind of a picture of the neighborhood. That's one side of the street. I mean, it's just a working class neighborhood, just good people, hardworking people. They're just wanting to pay their bills, go on vacation 2-3 times a year, eat a steak every now and then, and be able to take care of their family. Like I said, that's a decent neighborhood. So as we walked inside to look at the house, you know, as we're looking at it, there's just walking into the living room. Floors are great. That house definitely needs some paint. Need to gut that kitchen. There's the dining room there, and the dining room, I'm gonna need to carry the floors all the way into the dining room, create a laundry space, carry the floors into there. I wanna create a laundry room. The current laundry room is actually outside. It's about 20 steps outside the back door. And if you're familiar with Oklahoma, it gets really cold in the winter and hot during the summer. No one wants to be going back and forth, walking 20, 30 steps, going outside to do the laundry. So I want to bring that laundry room in. So I'm gonna need some windows, paint. There's the kitchen. That space that you're looking at right now, that empty space, I'm gonna put a pantry there, probably 3 feet by 3 feet. So that way you got some storage. I'm gonna replace all the cabinets, the sink, faucet, stove. I wanna put in a dishwasher right there. That refrigerator, I like to buy refrigerators for my properties in Oklahoma. It's just what I wanna do. I mean, you can get a refrigerator for, $500-600. I asked my guy, say, hey man, plug that refrigerator in and put a bottle of water in the freezer and see what happens. And that refrigerator's still working. I mean, still have it to this day. So we plugged it in. It was like, great. All right, so that's going to save me $500-600. But yeah, I'm going to put new cabinets, new sink, new faucet, new stove, new dishwasher. I'm going to paint, put it in the pantry. I'm going to totally redo that kitchen, make it all nice and neat. It's one of the bedrooms. It's got wood floors. The wood floors are buckled, so I replaced the floors in both bedrooms, some new windows, and some paint. Bedrooms came out fantastic. Get a chance to show you. There's the bathroom. Going to replace the vanity, the toilet. I kept the mirror. I added a cabinet above the toilet. Put in new hoses on the toilet. In regards to the shower, ripped out that area so I could put in new plumbing. We updated the electrical, updated the plumbing, put some new plumbing in the shower, retiled the shower, new shower head, things of that nature. Tiled the floors in the bathroom, made it all nice and neat. And there's the backyard. Backyard is huge. It's gated. And if you see that shed area there, that shed area is where the laundry is. And look how far you gotta walk to go do laundry back and forth. I don't care if it's cold or hot outside. Nobody wants to do that. You don't want to be carrying wet laundry back and forth like that. But if you've got kids, you got a pet, I accept pets. That's a big backyard, definitely for the pet. What he did is, once I walked through the house, once my contractor walked through the house, I saw everything. I told him, say, hey, give me a number to fix it all up, to get it all ready. Like I said, in my opinion, it's worth $80,000 all fixed up. He told me that he could labor and materials to make all the corrections and things that we talked about. We're looking at probably, he said $18,000. So that's labor. He charged me $4,000 for labor, and that leaves me with about $14,000 left over for material. So I made the decision to offer $32,000 plus the 18. That's a total of 50. So I need 50,000. What you don't know is that I'm currently, at the time, I was working a duplex, full rehab. Took a lot of time and money to get that thing going. So I didn't have anything really extra to buy this house. But I knew, based on what I could buy it for versus what it's worth, that the out-of-pocket expenses would be very minimal and I could get financing for the rehab. I couldn't go to the big bank. I call a big bank like Bank of America, Chase, those types of banks. They will not finance this house. They will refinance it once I finish it, but they won't touch it until then. I've worked several deals with a private money investor. We call them hard money lenders. This is what I need. I need $50,000. It's worth 80. I think it's a pretty good deal. I know it's a good deal. I could rent this thing for $800 all day. The market rent is anywhere between $800 and $1,100 for a 2-bedroom apartment, and this is for a house. He said, "Yeah, man, we'll get it done." They usually don't like to do deals that small because they're in it to make money, just like I am. But for 50 grand interest only, I'm good for it. We've done several deals before, and I mean, just a no-brainer. So sit down, get ready to do the paperwork, do my due diligence. We do the title work, do the inspections, things of that nature. House is coming back rock solid. The numbers are solid. That 18,000. I know we can get that house done for that. Show you the HUD statement. Basically, the HUD statement is a breakdown of all the numbers to make sure we got the right property. Make sure that, from the title work to the application fees, no one works for free. So on the HUD statement, they break down all the numbers, the amount of money that I'm borrowing, the amount of money that I have to bring to the table to close, the amount of money that goes to the seller, things of that nature. So that's what the HUD statement is. So in the due diligence period, I had to put down $500 in escrow, which is what I did. That's just normal. It's like, just 1% of the price of the house. So I put down $500. Get ready to go to the table to close. This is the HUD statement. And on the HUD statement, it's telling me that I'm borrowing $50,000. Well, I'm buying the house for $32,000. There's $18,000 for repairs, plus another like $3,100 for closing costs, things of that nature. So what I needed to buy this property, get control of this property out of pocket is, and as you see at the bottom, it says cash from borrower. It's $2,735.38 plus the $500 that I put in escrow for a total of $3,200 and some change. So for $3,200 and some change, I've got an $80,000 asset that I now have control of. Think about it, $3,200. That's why I'm doing this show. I'm not trying to teach anything. I'm not trying to sell anything. I want to show people that this could be done for little to no money out of pocket. You watch these shows all the time. I read all those negative comments. They'll say, "Oh, it can't be done. It can't be done. It can't be done." I'm right here showing you that it can't be done. And there are thousands of these deals out there. Investors are looking for them all the time. And really, the cheaper you can buy it, and you're looking for that spread. The cheaper the house, and the more value you can create in the house, that difference will determine how much cash out of pocket that you need. It's a forward picture with my daughter before we got started. Show you when we're finished. We've got new windows, new roof, power washed the siding. Ultimately ended up putting new siding on. I'll show you that picture as well. New storm door, fresh coat of paint, windows, everything looks great in there. This is what the dining room looked like before. Told you I was going to carry the floors on, carry the floors in, created a laundry room by putting up the drywall. There's that dryer. Long story short, with the dryer, I provided it. I paid like $600. Friend of mine, I bought it used, gave me a warranty. I think it's fantastic. Here's the kitchen, new counters, new paint, new cabinets. The only thing that's still there is just the refrigerator. There's a sink. I put in the dishwasher. We built the pantry, new full-size stove. There's another one of the bedrooms. There's another bedroom. There's the bathroom, new tile, new shower, new valves, new toilet. Just a good-looking house. Remember when we first started? I told you I think the house is worth about 80. We got the house appraised. I got 50,000 in it. It appraised for 78,000. That's where the 28,000 in equity came from. Got the house rented for 850. My payment, principal, interest, taxes, insurance is 510. Cash flow on $255 a month. Not a lot. I don't need it to live off of, not now. But hey, but 250 is 250. I'll take it. Like I said, it created 28,000 in equity for our family. I netted 55,000 with the burned out one above. Like and subscribe, and I'll tell you about it on the next one.